Hello, everyone. My name is Markiplier, aka Tsar of the world, with everyone else that has a face. I don't. So,
Faceless.
yeah, I'm like a Lovecraftian horror. You see, but yeah, these other three hideous things have faces, and I don't.
Yeah.
Who would have ever thought that we were not just two hands on a keyboard?
We have white boy, and old white guy, middle-aged man.
I'm yellow, by the way.
Yellow? You're yellow?
I'm unhealthy. I'm not eating vegetables, so my skin color turned yellow over the years. Yeah.
How did you? Wait, what?
Dude, I'm literally pink. What are you talking about?
I'm definitely on the more pink side as well, I would argue.
Oh.
Jeez, you're colorblind, small child lord. Like, you didn't get a single one right.
Whatever. Well, Jake and Grasshopper look like clones that were raised differently.
I mean,
Yes,
we got the hair to the side, and
Yeah, hair to the side. Yeah, the fucking God, y'all got the. You both look like Jake Paulers, man.
Well, at least I am.
You look
special in my own way.
Hanky, you look like that one that the fucking average fan versus average enjoyer thing.
No, don't do me like that. Don't do me like that, man.
No, like the original image, where it's like this fucking, where it's like it's comparing this fucking Wojak guy versus this like enjoyer who's like fucking. You look like the enjoyer part of that meme.
Oh, I look like the Chads?
Yeah, you look low-key like not like Giga Chad, but like do you know the earlier version of that fucking meme at all? Hold up, I'm gonna pull it
Here
up.
we go.
Average, it's fucking average.
Never
fan.
thought that Jake's final episode was just going to be us insulting each other. Well, actually, small child lord insulting us.
I'm just
fine with
insulting
this.
everyone. Yeah, I like insulting people.
This is way better than whatever else we had planned.
I'm talking about this image
Alright, enlighten me.
right here, and then this.
Oh!
Guy. You look like that, but like.
Wait,
Worse.
I look like the second one?
No, you look like the first one, but like combined with the first. You look like the first one, but in the second one's room.
Ah, like that.
I could actually see a bit of that.
How do you look like
Just a
the
little
first
bit.
one? I'm wearing a fucking bathrobe. I don't have a cleanly shaved.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Beard.
there's obviously some creative liberties, but
It's pretty similar. Like, it could be my twin brother.
you'd be your twin brother, yeah.
For sure.
Your twin brother that grew up in the Bahamas or something.
Yes, and had plastic surgery done.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that was short-lived. Thought there was going to be some more, but seems like I just got the most out of everyone.
Exactly. You got the fucking you got the genes. Fucking.
See how it is.
It kinda remind me of-
the real Aryan race that Hitler was talking about was actually it's Dutchman.
Exactly. Brown eyes, brown hair. Exactly what he was looking for. Definitely not
Fuck.
blue eyes.
Brown eyes, brown hair, Dutchman. Truly,
That's the human.
an Aryan man.
That's the humor Hitler always wanted to make.
It'd actually be it's. God, imagine if Hitler wanted fucking brown eyes and brown hair. That'd be fucking.
That would be so common. Like, nobody would be special anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Bro, Hitler
you gotta
was
go
always
for the
2 steps ahead,
extremes.
man. He was always ahead of the pack.
He's the most superior one. That's why he was trying to start this
That's why
whole
he-
superior race stuff.
Exactly. That's why he only
Yeah,
had
that
one
turned out
ball. He gave the other to an Aryan child.
And my
Thought it
last
was
episode,
perfect.
we're talking about Adolf Hitler. I love this.
Yeah, like I'm so happy that this is what it all turned out.
People are gonna love this episode so much.
Who?
Like,
Yeah, this is the best one.
The
This is
Right X
already the
members
best
are
one
gonna
for sure.
fucking. The Right X members are gonna cancel us.
they're gonna
what is
blow our heads off with a shotgun.
No, they're
I think
stupid
just
Germans,
gonna
man.
They're gonna
Yeah,
put us
trying
in
Caspian
showers.
Germans. On the up.
Stupid fucking Germans. They wouldn't even. They don't even know how to pick up a gun.
Yeah, they just put people in showers, close the door, and that.
Yeah, like fuck, bro. Why couldn't you just shoot them, man, bro? It's so simple. Just fucking like, how about instead of putting them all in a fucking camp and then gassing them, just fucking go to their house and shoot them. You know,
It's not about the money. It's about sending a message.
Yeah, and bullets are. I don't know. Are bullets cheaper than gas? I don't know what I don't know what the prices were back in the day.
Actually, gas might be cheaper. I'm not sure.
Gas is really expensive in this country. You gotta pay like gas every day in your life, so you gotta watch out for that. So bullets might be cheaper. You're gonna have a big gas bill and everything.
Exactly.
Not even sure if this make it onto YouTube, to be honest, anymore.
Nah, fuck that. Fuck YouTube.
As if anyone from the YouTube team watches our videos to make sure they're PG.
As if anyone fucking watches YouTube.
We're not even gonna make profit off of this anyway.
No.
Who needs profit when you can send a message? Oh wait, shit. Fuck.
Wait. We still have to do the Raid Shadow Legends bit. Surely.
This is the Raid Shadow Legends.
Is that now?
yeah, that's now.
Raid Shadow Legends endorses Nazis.
Do you want to play as Hitler yourself, as one of the many heroes?
Oh god, imagine if they added like fucking dictators as champions.
That's the end of Raid Shadow Legends. Or the beginning, one of the two.
Or the beginning.
The real beginning.
Hitler?
They had like Hitler and Stalin
and
Mao Zedong and
yeah, think about it. How much attention would they get if they did that?
God, it would just be banned in China, of course, you know.
And Germany.
They got their boy Mao in there.
They would add Mao Zedong and then remove him from the Chinese version. It's like if you're Chinese, you just can't have him.
Although I don't think the movie actually hit in Germany or America, but we had the movie here that was on TV, which was about a child, but he had Hitler as his imaginary friends. Who would
Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah.
Is that Jojo Rabbit?
Is that Jojo
Yeah,
Rabbit?
that's Jojo Rabbit.
Wait, what?
And there's also something called Er ist wieder da, which means like Hitler got revived, I think, as a movie, which also made it here onto the TV. And I was like, okay, well, sure, I guess he could promote that.
The Dutch are receiving German propaganda to start another world war.
Oh, which is a cool movie about
they get to just blame the Dutch for it.
Are they poisoning the innocent minds? Like, come on, guys.
God.
Jeez.
Stupid fucking Germans.
Unacceptable. I mean, didn't they already learn after 2 times that they shouldn't try it again? Maybe 3rd time is the charm is what they're thinking, but...
Yeah.
Well,
the way Hank talks about
World War
Germany,
II.
you would think that that Dutchmen think that they're the fucking superior race.
The Dutch have always been superior.
We're the tallest people in the world on average. That's the best we got.
Yeah.
Lucky.
Yeah,
What does the Netherlands even like do?
it just innovates a lot. It thinks of a lot of cool stuff. It's pretty good with its DJs. Technology-wise, it's like really far ahead, and from the rest of Europe, I guess.
From the rest of Europe. I mean,
They power the world. They power the world with their bicycles, and they eat chocolate toast.
I don't think I've ever like actually like heard of a Dutch anything.
Well, we're good at sports. We're good at sports.
I've probably heard more about German things than Dutch things. No one fucking talks about the Dutch over
Crazy,
here.
huh? How a country with like 10 times the amount of people and 20 times the size gets more attention, huh? I wonder how that works.
God.
You're good at sports. How come you haven't like really popped off at the Olympics yet?
We do. Ice skating, we're definitely the best. Like
that's the Winter Olympics. Nobody cares about that. I'm talking about right now.
Winter's only for 1 season.
We're good at handball, football. Like we're good at team sports, but literally individual sports like Olympics, there's not much. We have a few swimmers and a few like fighting sports dudes, but otherwise, this chick from like I think at the last Olympics, like a town next to me won gold on like judo or like karate or something. But it's not like I give two shits, to be honest. But it's close by. We want something. A bit. We're good at horse riding. Horse riding.
Have you guys watched the Olympics at all this year?
Sports. Sports are fucking whack.
Just the memes. I didn't even know it was online yet, or like even starting. I just thought.
It is. There have been some events. Right now, China is in the lead, I think, and then it's.
Fuck China. Why the hell we gotta be letting China get past us, man?
Wait, seriously? Like one third of the world population country is in the lead over the rest? How does that work?
But usually the U.S. is in the lead, like the U.S. or Japan. But China's really doing well right now. So.
Why the hell does China have to do good at literally anything? Why can't they just stay bad?
Can't they just stay at the esports and just leave the real sports to actual humans?
Yeah, get your fucking. But how your smoky lungs the fuck out of here, man! I don't want to catch your damn diseases.
But wait, they should be bad at so many sports. Aren't they like half the size of normal people? So like high jumps, far jumps, like throwing shit. Like shouldn't they all be like absolutely ass at it?
Theoretically,
to be fair, they have. I
don't know. Maybe they just stack on top of each other.
Just one giant trench coat with 3 Chinese men under it.
Yeah, and it's still the size of a normal man.
I guarantee you, in stuff like basketball, like they're not gonna.
The Chinese government pays the Olympics to make sure that they don't check under the trench coat.
Oh yeah, of course.
Free Hong Kong.
Based and red pilled.
No, you got us banned in China now.
Fuck.
God damn it! All those viewers.
China is like population. The U.S., but like worse in every way.
It's so like, I don't know.
It's red.
Like polluted there. Yeah.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the rivers is like just completely like garbage. I think.
Fucking stupid reds.
They have a whole. I know that they have They actually have a really cool river. I think it just translates to the Yellow River. I'm pretty sure. I think it's the Yangtze River. And it's like there's like a desert nearby or something, and so a lot of sand like flows into the river. So like the entire river is yellow.
Oh, and they also, I think a dolphin that lives there got extinct in the early 2000s or something like that.
No.
It's called a beige.
Oh well.
Did you all know that the beige dolphin went extinct in the?
I don't know what a beige dolphin is.
Yeah, like I'm pretty. I've never heard of it.
I feel like I heard of that like one time.
Yeah, they're all gone now, and
Grasshopper will say obscure things as if everyone knows them.
All right, well, you can see videos of them. It's one of the only extinct animals you could see live footage of. They existed, but dinosaurs, you can't get live footage. You can't see them on your big screen on YouTube at home, but these dolphins you can.
Watch me.
Fucking watch me, man.
Have you heard of the
I'm gonna evolve into a dinosaur really quickly.
Oh no, not that.
The Hollow Earth theory. All right, here's what it is. All right, what we live on right now. That's just normal Earth, right? Like that's we think that there's a core. We've never dug far enough to know if there's a core or not. How do we know? We can't know that. We've never seen it. I think the Earth is hollow. And
you're just a flat earther with extra steps, man.
No. Hear me out. I'm really smart. All right, now think about it. Right? Where did the dinosaurs go? Right? There's no way that a big meteorite extincts every single one of them. I mean, how did the mammals survive? It's because the mammals were hiding in the hollow Earth, and they just took the dinosaurs' place. The dinosaurs they were in the hollow Earth. They're in the hollow Earth now.
Where did the lava come from? The magma that's like inside of the core of the Earth, like that gets pushed out, which we actually see as fucking volcanoes. Is that all fake news? Are volcanoes not a real thing?
It's the lava breathing dinosaurs.
It's big. It's a big
sense.
lava.
It's like a dragon.
Big mountain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are dragons down there.
That makes
dragons in the mountain. It's Lord of the Rings, baby.
I really don't know if you're joking or actually saying this.
No, why? No, you can trust Jake Paul 69.
No,
I'm a credible source.
I mean, I've also watched like what is it, Journey to the Center of the Earth, which that's probably before you guys' time actually. So you have
No,
to
I've
know.
seen it. I've seen it.
Hank
I
is
mean,
an
it's literally
old ass man.
It's a
Well, it was
reliable
the-
source.
It was definitely still like back in my day when I was still young. The Earth was had still stairways where you could just walk towards the center, which was hollow. But the government shut us down and told us we cannot tell the younglings anymore that this was actually a thing.
Hank,
Like
how
this-
old are you? Are you like 30 something?
I'm 40.
You're 40?
21.
40? I thought you said you were 20.
I'm 21.
Oh, you're 20. Oh, you're 20. How the fuck are you? You look like you're like 30. Why? I thought you were like 30 or something this whole
Because of the
time.
facial hair.
Yes,
Welcome to the
exactly.
club.
If that wasn't there, I look like a 10-year-old. Which is why I'm happy I left it for today's episode. Whereas I literally looked at like that real boy picture of Pinocchio in my
I'm a
profile
real
pic.
boy. Oh, you should look like Pinocchio.
Well,
I mean, I already got the
your
long nose,
girlfriend
but I
would,
just
would
placed it
appreciate
somewhere
that
else.
very much.
Exactly.
I
Just
mean,
gotta tell a
we
lie.
were gonna do that, but that idea got shut down. I don't know who did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for context,
It was me.
me, Grasshopper, and Vorak. It was mainly just me, but I had this incredible idea, right? Vorak hated it. Might be why you left. I don't know. But the last episode, we were all gonna cosplay as our mains, and that never happened.
Yeah.
Well, the game hasn't ended yet. It's just getting a
So
new
much.
introduction with Season 3 with the Turnahank edition,
The
probably.
Turnahank edition is just going to outlive the real game.
Alright,
I would not be surprised.
somebody's showing cool shit on camera. Unfortunately, I have nothing cool except for cats in the.
Why do you have a
Cos-
Borderlands mask? Oh my god.
Because we're
I have a cat.
cosplaying our mains.
You play
Oh.
Krieg or whatever the fuck his name is? Isn't his name Krieg?
Yeah.
He's from Borderlands. That's all I know.
He is from Borderlands. Borderlands is dope. Borderlands is like one of my favorite game series. I fucking grew up on Borderlands.
I didn't. I just started playing it for like half a year ago with a couple of friends, and it's fun.
Yeah,
But I don't know. The questing is tedious.
I have like played Borderlands on and off ever since I was like 7, probably.
Let me just say, I like the humor, the play style, and such. But
Yeah, it's a good ass game.
at some point, I just get burned out of it pretty quickly. I don't know. Borderlands 1 Definitive Edition or something I played. I mean, I can't play it for that many hours in a row. It feels like you're doing the same thing a lot of times in a row.
Yeah,
But that might be because I picked the melee class since nobody wanted that dude. Which is just rawr, and then you just go.
I like picking like Zero and like Mordecai are like my favorite characters.
Is that the sniper and the chick that goes invisible?
Yeah, the guy that goes invisible. I was
Yeah.
like, he's cool.
Definitely. Yeah, unfortunately I did not.
Zero
pick him.
as the number.
Well, yes.
In Borderlands 3, you can go on assassination missions with Zero and stuff. It is cool.
I was going to. I actually got Borderlands 3 in the summer sale, but I couldn't play. But my computer couldn't run it, so I just refunded it.
Is that the new one or
The new
is-
one.
Yeah, okay, but they've got bad reviews, right? It's kind of like it wasn't anything impressive, from what I've heard.
Compared to the previous two Borderlands, I heard it was pretty. It was good.
Gameplay wise, it's fun, but story wise, it's
Dog
pretty
shit.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
literally, Lilith just gets her powers taken away because she was an idiot.
Sounds like
let's not go for
very
it.
good writing.
Yeah,
Yeah, very
Borderlands
good
2's writing is like pretty cool. The two games that I really that like if Borderlands or BioShock were put into Smash, I would lose my mind.
Oh, PlayStation All
One more
Stars.
chance.
God, imagine like Big Daddy for Smash.
Big Daddy.
Is he in PlayStation All Stars, bro? Let me buy that real quick.
Is it actually?
No, don't play.
All-Star?
Don't play PlayStation All Stars. You can ask Flick why that game is awful. I think he actually like made that Discord for the competitive.
Yeah,
scene.
he was the one who. Yeah, who was the one who kind of started the whole competitive scene, and he just regretted it. That says
Yeah.
a lot.
Oh my god.
Now I know how busting toast feels about Shrek Super Slime. I can understand.
Hey, at least this game is still being updated and played more actively than PlayStation All Stars.
That is very
The
true.
game's being updated. Yeah, this game has a more active development cycle than Brawl and Smash 4. No, this game has a more active development cycle than most modern fighting games.
I gotta say, like Mega Template being added to the Turnhank edition, that was, it's actually fun, being able to counterpick Mega Templates. And I mean, it's a giant change. It's the whole stage gone and the whole stage added.
And then Romeo Driveway is not dog shit anymore, right?
Yes, I'm gonna work on Romeo Drive with the balcony and fix that and get rid of the
did fix that.
pedos. Well, yes, but actually no. I've been working on character values first. So from now I'm just gonna focus.
Wait, did you
mostly on
fix
balance.
it, but not on the Turnhank edition?
Not on the turn. I found the values, but I didn't write them down. So let's say I just found how to do it.
You didn't write them down?
Yes, so I have to start from scratch again, and that demotivated me a lot. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that in the future. For now, I'm just gonna fix the characters first, and then move on to stages. Because I want to. Well, not every stage can be made legal in theory, since some of them are just too dog shit. But I feel like the first one. Which one?
Mongo. That one's unfixable.
Yeah, Mongo is unfixable. There's nothing I could do unless you put walls on it and make it so you. Well, I could get rid. Ice physics takes me probably like 5 minutes to get rid of, but still, the map lag, so you could jump off everywhere. Even if you put walls around it, would be too big. It's just, man, it's too much work.
I'm pretty sure Robin Hood is unplayable on that map. Like he just can't do his infinite. Like no matter what you do.
I feel like the pie would be too steep, or like the thingy you're on, like the cake. You could just hug one of the many walls on the cake, and the arrow could not hit you ever. The stage is just too vertical.
Yeah, that's awful.
No. When a stage changes the tier list that much, that's when you know that it's not no way it needs to.
Hazel, I'm worried. Like Hazel, I got rid of the ice physics easily, and that looks great. I fixed the gumball machine, but it breaks every other stage, so I still have to work on that. But I'm literally on the verge of a breakthrough with it if I go back on it. So that one is easily fixed. Fat Boy, I want to reduce the castle a lot, make both slime events trigger, so you can't stand on the order dudes of like the little plate he's holding, and break the castle already at the start, like with the slime events, so the castle is weaker. Boom, stage fixed. Then minecart should just need you just slap a roof on it and it's fixed. And that's more easy.
It's the spawn trap. Spawn trap is what ruins minecart.
You said that, but we could, like, when we played it, like, we couldn't figure out what the spawn trap was exactly, right?
No, I know what it is, but it's hard to control your slam. So honestly, it may not even be that big of an issue.
Exactly. I mean, I think it's fine. You could always say you're not allowed to spawn trap it if it's.
But then you're telling people like what they can't do, even though like there's nothing really wrong with it. Like,
yes, I mean
they're
it's
still
actually
playing the
broken.
game.
Let's put it like that. I mean, yes, I could probably mod it out then, but I want to see how bad it actually is, if it's how much abusable. Because the easy fix on Minecraft, in my opinion, is just slap a roof on it like we did with templates and add a wall. But we only have to slap a roof on it and it's done. Just copy paste the floor and boom, you have a roof. Because it's just stupid that you can hang half in the ceiling between all the fucking rocks. It's not good. But that can be easily fixed. Just slap a ceiling on it. Make it a really, really, really small stage. As a counter pick.
Honestly, I would love that. I would love that stage if minecart was legal again. I would very much like that.
If you have a donkey that's camping, no offense, Grasshopper. Let's say in theory, it's camping donkey.
Token.
They could do nothing in that stage. It's a good counter pick against camping. That's about it. Which there should be an option, right? If somebody's camping a lot, I mean, you could pick Robin Hood, which helps a bit. But picking a small stage with your character, which you're good at,
again?
Minecart legal.
Oh yeah, minecart.
Minecraft.
Slap a roof on it, which the size is already small horizontally.
Wait.
And if you make the size, and if you also make a small vertical.
There's no roof. Does that mean you can literally just go over the wall? Just.
No. There's a roof, but it's much higher up.
It's just stupidly high. You have the stones which stick like from the ceiling. You could literally go kind of into that, and then you don't get a proper angle like on where the character is, and you could kind of go through it, and you could land somewhere else completely. It's difficult to confirm your slams, as you could just stay on the roof forever. So if you just
Well, are
lower
you
the
able to just
ceiling-
camp the roof forever?
No, but just in an annoying way where you just can't get a good slam out of it. You know, lots of
But I mean,
slams just don't have an easy slam confirm, and there's a lot of them which just can't reach up there easily, and you could just stay up there really high, and your opponent can't guess where you're landing, since once you're in the ceiling, you're kind of in it, so you can't really see where your opponent is going, but you yourself control, so you know where you're going to land, so you want to land where your opponent isn't. So if you just make the ceiling lower, so you can actually see where your opponent is, and they can't go as high, you have a really, really small map, which is good against camping. Which also, I feel like it makes the map pretty
Yeah.
chaotic, but we'll see how bad it is. But that seems like a good fix for Minecraft. Just slap a roof on it, like, or at least make the ceiling smaller.
Slaps roof of car.
Exactly. There's so much
Yeah.
rage we can fit in this map.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess part of the reason why I don't like Shrek anymore is like, camping is just such a viable option, and so it comes
It's
down
not
to
that
like,
camping is a viable option. It's that camping is the only viable option.
It's too good
not-
of an option.
it's too good of an option. You can still win by not camping, but
No, you can't.
It requires more.
If the opponent
you
has a
can.
lead, then they've effectively won the game.
Not true, actually.
Nope. You just need
watch
to grab
the
them once.
Tsar versus Nemio, Return of Vorak. That's a good set that demonstrates that high level play doesn't have to have camping, but it's still very much bait and punish and stuff, which is it's only slightly better. And it's kind of like an agreed upon, like, I want to play this way because I love the game too much.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
that just shows
Well-
how fucking strong camp. You can't beat it. You can't beat it if the opponent does it well.
You can literally you could throw a park bench at someone at Romeo Drive, and then you won the game. Then just
Yeah,
run
pretty
away.
much.
Yep.
If you're playing the right character, let's put it like that. Some people don't. Some characters don't have the best movement options.
Yeah, like if you play Drunky and you just hit someone, you've won.
Yeah,
theory,
I would say that's true. Yeah.
But I did nerf him in the turn ank edition, got rid of his air roll and his ground roll, which really limits his movement options, which does force him to go for attacks. Which, of course, is
But,
what I want
Yeah,
to
his
endorse.
attacks are
Like,
dog shit though. Like that's the thing. His only strength was that he just moved around really quickly. That was
yes,
his only
but if
strength.
it's not that I'm just trying to nerf a character, I'm also trying to give it other options. So you just don't fish for the same combo for 6 minutes straight or for multiple games in a row. So it's also like, you know
Also,
what? This
you
doesn't
should
seem
make
to be
his-
working too well against my
Did you
opponent.
make
Let's
his
try this.
anti-hero give more slam?
Yes, so they're
Yeah.
just faster because I mean, if he gets you, most of the time you're fucked anyway. It's just more annoying. You don't have to sit in that combo and mash for half an hour anymore. It's a bit faster. Because if a good drunky player doesn't fuck it up anyway, I mean, and if so, do you really want to win because of that? I mean, I want to give him other options. I want to make that option still an option, so he can do something when somebody's down on the ground. But
Honestly,
it's just
I think
it's
having
supposed to go
Drunky
fast.
be I think having Drunky just be like super duper ground, like make his anti-hero like completely fucking ridiculous.
Well, that's kind of what I'm trying
Yeah.
to go for. So I'm trying to buff anti-airs anyway, since there's nothing more enjoyable than just going for a random anti-air in theory and just hitting your opponent with it, right? Just really being like, I knew what you were doing. I just fully read you like a fucking book, and now you're getting punished for it.
Yeah.
The thing with anti-airs is they have a really low, long end lag. Even if you hit it or if you miss it, you get punished too much for it. That's why I
Yeah.
reduced it a lot, made it hit even further or higher. So yeah, it's actually a good option, since just that feeling of hitting an anti-air or getting hit by an anti-air is just awful. Since you're like, oh my god, I'm so fucking dumb. It's
But
it really gives a rush.
wouldn't that just like increase the amount of anti-air infinites, like Luna and Red Riding Hood?
Nope, I've reduced those. Those are the only two that get reduced, since they're already broken anyway, and always trying to go for the same combo. Red Riding Hood, I could talk about the nerfs for an hour. It's like a giant sheet. Let me just
Honestly, like
summarize it real quick.
it really is just that the best options just lead to too much.
Yeah, that's Riding Hood. Just in short, I made it so the anti-air reaches further and is really slower and gives fewer slam, which means if you even get that
Honestly,
anti-air
if
hit,
you
you
made
can
all
only hit.
infinites, yeah. If you,
All right.
yeah,
Well,
if
yeah,
you just made all infinites come from like really hard to get options, then like yeah.
but what is a hard to get option? At the
Jabs.
moment, yes, but
Jabs in the specials. Right. Special infinites would be cool.
Special infinites is not even necessary. Provider gave me the idea, which I fully agree on. A charged special gives a full slammer. If you're stupid enough to walk into a charged special, which doesn't hit on the ground like Pinocchio or Black Knight, because that would be broken. But if you're dumb enough to walk into a charged special, you should get a full slammer out of it. And I fully agree, since it takes forever, and if you miss it, you're also kind of fucked. So you should get a full slammer if you hit it. Except for, let's say, Robin Hood, because that's too...
That gets rid of the Fogre forbidden combo of neutral like fully charged special into infinite. That's the forbidden. That's my favorite combo in the game.
Okay,
besides the Huffster.
I already made it so her fully charged and uncharged special go faster, which makes it A, more reliable, and B, like you said, if it's part of a combo already, which is frequently used, then of course I'm not gonna add it since that's not useful. But let's say a really bad B would be Fiona's. You just slide a bit over the ground. If you're dumb enough to get hit by that, you should just get fully punished by getting the opponent getting a full slam bar.
And some providers say that Fiona's infinite should come from her special, which is
pretty interesting.
Like I'm gonna not charged special, but uncharged special, which I do think is actually a pretty good idea since you can't spam it as easily, and. It seems fair. Fiona is really difficult to nerf since there's no other character to like her with her game plan. So
she's the only character that's well designed.
I have to agree. That is actually I like the way she works. That's the most difficult character.
I think it's really just that she's so well rounded that she ends up being strong.
Well, yes and no. It's literally just it's just air dashes that she does. Otherwise,
it is quite literally possible to win by only using like crumpet dashes and the slam. That's
unless the opponent is actually good at video games.
It's not well balanced. That is just one game plan that you keep on going for. That's what I'm trying to get rid of. Because all you do is air dash or grab.
Well, the way Fiona actually uses her air dash is actually like somewhat dynamic, like at all.
It's a whip punish, and it's like the best whip punish in the game. So,
she's instead of like camping around, she's like actually moving around the opponent and actually trying to get the opponent to do something that she can whiff punish.
I have to say that's what I do like, but if I'm gonna nerf all the top tiers, unfortunately she will have to go down too.
Yeah.
Or else she would still be the best character. I did with Luna a minor nerf in my tournament.
I feel like if there are any characters that deserve to be the best in the game, they would probably be Fiona, Humpty, and I don't know.
Charming.
Maybe
Charming only has one combo really at the moment that's going on for him, which is the AAAB combo.
I feel like Fiona is probably the most deserving of being number one in the base game.
Yes.
She was number 2 at one point. She was number 2 at one point.
She probably is number 1 because she has better movement than Genji.
No, Red Riding Hood. Red Riding Hood is number 1.
Yes.
Well, but she's banned, so that doesn't count.
But at one point, she was considered to be better than Genji because at that time, Boasting Toast was the best player, and like he was just so much better than all the other Genjis and everything. And then Provider beat him with Genji, and then Fiona was not the best character anymore.
Better.
It's because Genji just punishes like her aggression, so that kind of just got rid of that option and just turned her into with punish.
I mean, but Fiona can theoretically do the same thing Genji does.
Well, no, she can't do shit from an air grab.
Well, she can if she soups it, but like the issue is like if she's already swoosed, like Genji can swoosh grab, but she cannot.
Yeah.
So that's the difference.
Yeah.
It's. Let me just say, Genji and Fiona, those two nerfing like balancing those two is just insanely difficult. Genji at the moment, I got a cool idea with the ABA combo being on the ground and it working. Like I don't know if you guys saw the video of Provider today pulling it off, but I liked it. It seems like a cool combo. Fiona is just my brain is breaking from doing that one. It's very difficult.
Every change that you make, it's like, no, never mind.
It's or too good or too bad. With Fiona, Fiona is very difficult at the moment. That's why I've kind of also been being kind of lackluster with Fiona. I have to say, I just didn't really know what to do with her that much.
I don't know what the fuck to do with her either.
Make Make like her like infinite start from like low wall attack or something stupid like that.
No,
See if you can
don't
get
make it.
away
I
with
mean,
that.
yeah, I mean that may make sense, but it'll also encourage Fiona to camp the wall. Do you
True.
really?
I like the Fiona gameplay style where you want to get aggressive and just get something out of it, or just for being aggressive. That's what I like. The thing is, she gets too much out of it now compared to the rest. If the rest
Yeah,
gets
the thing I
nerfed,
like about Fiona is that she actually interacts with characters. She actually interacts.
Yes.
It's
and
not
at the moment-
necessarily aggression or defense. It's that it's interaction.
true.
I mean, it's all baiting, and then
That's why
waiting-
Robin Hood
waiting
is
for the opponent.
also a character that's like, you know, actually somewhat well designed compared to the rest of the cast. He actually forces you to interact with him.
I know.
True.
I love fighting Robin Hood. That's my favorite character to fight against. Because even though his game
He's
plan
annoying.
is
I mean,
kinda-
yeah, he's annoying, but he's like, you know, actually
but,
kind of
but
well
he
designed.
forces interaction. Like
Yes.
like the games with Robin Hood are not usually timeouts.
Yeah,
With
because
Robin
yeah,
Hood,
he
I
actually
didn't-
forces you to do anything.
Robin Hood was really difficult as well because I nerfed universal grabs, air grabs, ground grab. Well, air grabs mostly. Grabs got nerfed. Which combos into his combo because A, he needs to get a grab to start it, and B, he needs to grab the person after hitting it, which he needs a giant range to actually hit it. So he already got hit pretty hard with the nerf, and then I saw Flick play in the tournament, and I think someone else as well, and I was still like, this is still too good. It
No, it's
needs
not
to-
too good. I don't think. I really
Oh,
think
oh,
that there
oh.
shouldn't be a limit
Uh.
on how good a character can be. It should be, is this character actually interact rather than
True.
I
With
think-
Robin Hood, I like the game plan. I just gave him a few other options, like who uses any of the jab combos? A single one in Robin Hood, unless they're memeing. But let's say actually viable, none. So I wanted to give that as an option. So he could camp the wall. He could use the
Yeah.
wall, but also can do combos without having to use a wall.
Yeah, I think that making jabs. God, like the fact that remember Cyclops jab and how it's like his spin is like -80 something in base game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And the
like
arm move is
that
so
like
good, though.
actually not being super Omega minus would be super nice.
I did buff it. I buffed his spinny arm because it's just amazing.
Yeah.
Let me see. What did I do to it again?
You reduce end luck by a second. I think it might still be minus. Actually, it was really bad.
I reduced the end lag by 1 second. I increased the slam so you get 200% more slam out of it, and I increased the range a bit. So actually, it's more difficult to grab him, like to hit him while he's doing it.
Yeah.
It seems like a cool defensive option. You need to time it well, but on the other hand, you also need to make sure you stop it at the right moment if you think your opponent is going to get you at that moment. It kind of
Yeah.
makes it a small mind game, is what I was thinking. Just make
Yeah.
it difficult to get him while he's doing it, but also make it so if you read your opponent right and you know he's going to do this move to try and grab me, that you can still punish it. Let's say you see him try and go for an air grab where you just quit it and just go for an anti-air and you get your infinite out of it.
Yeah, like
As a bait in
yeah,
a way.
making the game more ground based is definitely the way to go, though.
That is what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
It's not too much fun to just see each other just fly around in the air the whole time and just nothing going
I mean,
on for a
it's
minute.
fun to fly around in the air, but it's also
Well-
fucking boring. It's boring.
Yes.
Here's the thing with Fiona, though. Sorry, we were on the sub. I had an idea for Fiona. Well, do the stuns really need to be nerfed about Fiona? Because you
I
could
really
just
don't
shield.
think so.
Yeah, you could just shield the stun, and
Just
I think
shield, what do
Fiona-
you mean? Once you get hit by it, you're just fucked. But if you get hit by the combo, you're just stuck in it. There's no shielding you can do.
I actually do have an idea. Like, make the stun last not as long, so it makes the combo way harder.
That's what I did. Yeah. So if she air trades, she doesn't automatically get a grab, which means she actually it's difficult. Or did I
I
do
think
the other two?
honestly, making her making her like the queen of trading wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
I got rid of that actually. I made the hitbox 10% smaller, so if two would actually air dash into each other, and you would have a character that air dashes away from the opponent and not through
Yeah.
them. Like I think Puss kind of does that in a way. You have to hit bigger hitbox, so you win the air dash battle against Fiona, which means she needs to be more focused on the ground.
Yeah.
And I made the stun go 75% less on an air dash, which I did like in a way, but still, I mean, you can still pull off the infinite.
You can
It's-
still
the
do.
air dash needs-
I think because like Making it killing her combo off of a trade and then also making it so that she's unable to trade. That's kind of dumb.
Well, I think that I think all you need to nerf about Fiona was pretty much what you just said, Hank.
The trading, that's it.
Yeah, the trading.
Yeah, it's
like if you manage, but like you should still be able to do the combo if you do manage to trade. You know, since it's harder.
I could make it so if you manage to trade, but trading will be difficult. Since if both go at the same time, you lose. But if you hit it,
yeah, but like if you hit them on like their side or something, you'd probably trade or something. I don't know.
That sounds like a good idea, actually. So you can trade. Like trading is no more a valid option. You actually need to read your opponent even more. You can't just go into like, oh, he's gonna air dash. Let me just do it too. You actually need to kind of guess where they're gonna go and then get them.
Yeah.
I like that idea, actually. Let me just write that down. Actually,
write that down. Write that down.
Write that down.
It could.
Me when someone who has literally any fighting game experience speaks.
It could be like
Shrek. I swear, Shrek players literally have never played any other fighting game.
I played War of the Whiskers, but that's not much better. I played some Sonic fighting game for when I was a kid.
Or Sonic Arena Fighter.
Yeah, there was some kind of thing. I got some kind of cool game. Wait, I have it actually. Let me grab it.
I
it's
swear,
like Sega
Hank really played all the arena fighters when he was a kid.
Yeah,
No,
like,
I
never
played
had
the
cool
worst.
one.
I played the worst one. When I was a kid, I owned a game called Marvel Superhero Squad. Alright, and I like you're just supposed to hit your opponent and stuff, but as Marvel characters. But the issue with the game was like you couldn't move at all, and so I'm pretty sure that the meta was just like getting a character who could fly and then jumping up and then like spamming projectiles with like Thor and stuff, and then you just won the game.
The very first fighting game I played, I think it was USF 4, and I played the story mode. I didn't have online. I'd play the story mode. I picked Dawson because he was stretchy limbed guy, and like I would struggle. And like there was this one fight, it was versus Rufus. I was struggling because I would literally just press the punch button, but then Rufus was jumping over my punch button. I was like, and then I started, oh wait, I have a kick button that hits him. And that's how I learned about anti-airs.
Look,
That's
this is the Sonic.
That's the Sonic.
That's the best thing. It's also like, you know, you're like all the other ones where you're like in a line against each other, and you would pull. Actually, the combos would really matter from what I did as a kid. They have like a shit ton of combos. There's also an ad on the back. But it had lots of different. This is the one. Oh, this is Sonic Racing, Sonic CD. Like this had a lot of different games on it. Let me see. Yeah, it's Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Fang, Bean, SPO, and Bark. And you could go into hyper modes, and I mean the idea was cool. You had versus barrier hyper. There's some weird
There's a Discord for it.
I doubt it. I don't think this one was worthy of a Discord, but I mean this
actually it does. It does have a Discord.
There really
server.
is a Discord for everything, man.
Nice.
I could send you the invites later if you'd like.
But this is not just the base game. This is like, yeah, I'll check it out, I guess. But this is not the this one at Sonic Fighter Sonic, Sonic CD, and Sonic Racing. It's had like 3 different games in one game.
So the only niche game that I've ever played that isn't is Martial Masters. You ever heard of Martial Masters?
Never heard of it. Like
an arena
ever.
No, it's not an arena fighter. It's a 2D fighter. It's super cool. It's a super cool game. I was scrolling through Fight Camp. I was like, you know, what's a dead fighting game? And I looked and I saw Martial Masters. I was like, oh, this game's pretty cool. Why doesn't anyone play it?
Let me show you actually the coolest game that I own.
Make a Discord. What's the coolest game?
No.
Yeah. That is a quality game everyone needs to have in their collection.
Look, I own it too, but I'm not gonna say that it's the best game that I own.
It's even Dutch.
Oh my god! You just should have
great attention to detail.
Do.
I own it. Yeah, I also own.
Yeah, I own it as well.
I don't own it as well. I don't own half the games I play.
I also have the DS version. Let me whip that bad boy out, which is the Shrek Super Slime on.
Wait, it's a DS game too?
Version.
A friend gave it to me. I haven't even played it yet.
Yeah, I can tell you something about the DS game. I'm pretty sure every jab is like an infinite or something. So
I know the game is
Not-
ass on DS.
not that
That's all I
deep.
know. But yeah, I have a whole row here of games. I think I only have one fighting game, which Shrek Super Slam and Tom and Jerry and the World of Whiskers and the Sonic fighting game. I don't think I have any other fighting game. Oh no, my girlfriend also had Street Fighter, but I've never even touched it. It's my
Street
girlfriend's
Fighter
game
is
in my
a
game.
based fighting game because there isn't a lot of movement.
Which one is it?
Which one did she bring? I don't know. I haven't touched it. Or
I
is it
actually
Tekken?
don't
Oh, it's
understand.
Tekken
Like,
7,
yeah,
sorry.
like honestly, like I don't understand why people want movement in fighters.
It's good.
It
It gives
feels
you
good.
options.
It feels
Feels good.
It feels really
It does
bad
feel
when with like the same movement that can be used to approach could also be used to just run away.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's the
Case in
issue.
point, Shrek.
double-edged sword. That's the problem. Like on the one hand, it's good to reward players for being interactive and being aggressive.
But then they
on the
just
other hand,
don't have to.
Oh,
When
you
you
know what
have
you
less
could do? You know what you could do? Sorry, for camping in Shrek Super Slam, if you're outside of your opponent's circle, like, I'll just call it a social circle, let's say.
But that would be too complicated to
radius.
just add. We're rebalancing the game, not making a new one.
If you're
And the thing with that is,
outside the
well,
circle,
does it work, Grasshopper, since you don't know who's approaching who? How does the computer know you're the one running away? If you put a circle around the person, let's say that's going after the other person, the computer thinks, hey, you're the one camping. It's difficult. You need to
Yeah.
make it so
Or-
if you swoosh at someone, you're faster. When you swoosh away from someone,
Literally,
you're like
the
slower.
only the best way to get rid of camping is just straight up to make the movement less.
Well,
and-
either that
Granted.
or you make the movement aggressive, like
Or
making
what
all
you
air
do-
dashes.
What
towards
you
the
do is you
opponent.
make it so that if you're in the corner, you're fucked.
or it could be
If you or in
The
Shrek Super
stages-
Slam, if you're at the wall, you're dead. If you just run away to the wall, you're dead.
Remove wall
Or-
jumps.
Or how about
Exactly.
there's a timer? Like, if the opponent doesn't hit the other one
Nah,
in
you
20
don't- you don't need-
seconds,
you don't need to make it
you reduce
complicated.
your speed.
Don't make it
You
complicated.
reduce your speed.
Don't
It's
make
like,
it complicated.
It's like
just
tripping and okay.
simple things.
Okay.
Well,
Simple
that
things.
actually is a good
Well-
idea. It's hard to make, I guess.
You don't need to be like super complicated about removing camping because like literally any game that isn't an arena fighter has camping is not a very good option generally. And they don't have all
I
this
don't
crazy
know.
The
shit.
players, like, why would you want to camp? I don't see the thing why you would do it. I mean, I can
Because
get it in the
some-
last 30 seconds if you're in the lead and the opponent, just needs to hit you once and they would have more slam. Okay, I can get it that you're trying to run away, but doing it for 6 minutes straight is just why
It's
though?
boring, but it's optimal.
Some
People
peop-
like to optimize the
Yeah,
fun
some
of the
people
games.
want to win. Some people want to win more than they like the game.
Case in point, Nact.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I
Mac
am
likes the
okay.
game so much that he camps.
Grasshopper.
Yes, I'm. Grasshopper
well,
doesn't camp anymore.
no, I got bored of it, and also, I'm just,
He got moderately better at video games.
and also Drunky. That character was enforcing bad player habits. I had no neutral fundamentals when I used Drunky. Like,
No.
I just barely.
It is the
beat
game plan. It's not your fault. It's not that you chose to do it. Donkey just forces you to do it. So that's why
Well,
you get it.
there's a point. There's a point, like back when you, me, and Vorak played, where like we would all beat each other. Like I couldn't deal with your camping, but Vorak did. But I knew how to beat Vorak, so there was just a rock paper scissors.
I mean, to be
situation
fair,
where the three of
Grasshopper
us-
was it even that good at camping?
No, he was. He was really
Hey!
good.
You suck against
Back in his
camping,
prime.
Jake. Like you don't
Remember when I beat him from a deficit on
That was
Romeo
because I was
Drive?
playing Luna.
Yeah, as Luna. Yeah, but I was at a deficit and I came back on Romeo Drive while you were
No,
trying.
his
you were
camping
camping
is
your heart
really
out.
good.
you gotta
was-
say the feeling when you beat a camper is unbeatable. Put it like that. When you've just been working your ass off, like just running behind this fucker for 5 minutes trying to catch
But
his
that's
ass.
not
Then you're in the
feasible
lead.
in a game like this where you could just run away forever. If you have the better movement options, there's no reason to not run away.
True, but just the seconds your opponent realizes that when you've been running away the whole time, and you finally took the lead, and you pull the Uno reverse, like you go after me now, and they just get frustrated
Yeah.
into oblivion and don't know what
Yeah.
to do. It's the best thing ever.
If I use Fiona, manage to get a lead versus like, I don't know, like anyone that isn't Dronky, then I just won. If I play.
Yeah,
right.
pretty much, honestly. Yeah,
Although
anybody who
Fiona-
doesn't have 3 jumps, they're probably not going to catch you.
Yeah.
But Fiona's movement options isn't as good as the rest, especially her
Fiona's
round.
movement options are some of the best in the game. At least
She has
She
an
has an
air
air
roll.
dodge.
horizontally,
Yeah,
horizontally,
yeah,
the
okay.
only character that comes close is Huff and Puff.
And she could wall people out with her stuns if
They
tried
do
to
decide, yo,
approach.
I'm gonna today I will approach Fiona. Oh no, I am dead.
Well,
True.
Huff and Puff camps differently because what his camping is entirely based around him being the fastest character in the game. But Fiona, she can change her direction, like literally, like in the middle of her air
Yeah,
dash. She can just
Fiona
decide
is
to roll.
is Humpty Dumpty, but also Huff and Puff, but with an infinite that works
Yes.
everywhere.
That's why I'm also trying to not get rid of the intro to endorse camping. Let's put it like that. I still want to endorse it, so she has to be active and aggressive to take a win. But I can't
Yeah.
get rid of her
Yeah,
roles.
I know that you're eventually gonna fix some of the mechanics, like the wall.
Yes, well, I'm also, like, there is so much I still need to do. It's like I have this whole
Yeah.
giant list, and then I have this
Whole
much
big
time.
list. Yeah, you have a bunch of stuff with so little time. I would help if I knew what I was doing.
It's the thing is as well. It's gonna take me half a fucking day to explain what the fuck is going on. It's just so much time. Like I had to look in the fucking deepest crevices of the fucking internet to figure out what the fuck I'm doing, and then it was still just trying, and at some point you just figure out how it works, and
Yeah.
then it does kind of work. But still, I feel like I'm the only one that's still kind of working with gecko codes out of most people, like out of the modders that are still active. And I know why people don't
It's
do.
just been you, Kirby, and Partly. That's it. And Kirby and Partly don't like the game, so it's just
Yeah.
you.
Partly uses a different tool, and Kirby uses a different tool as well. Like I'm the only one still using gecko codes. Gecko codes, let me put it like that, are super effective, and you can find almost anything in the game, like with their stuff as well. But it's a bit more difficult for them. It's a lot of trial and error with the gecko codes. Once I find it, they could do way more with their shit, but they struggle finding it. I could find it more easy, and they could do shit with it more easy. Like it takes me forever to find a thing. There's like, let's say, a billion things going on, and numbers changing, and I need to find that one number that I'm fucking looking for. That's the value that I'm looking for. Like ice physics. It took me so long to find the number that looks if there's ice physics or not. And in the end, the number worked so weird. Instead of just looking the ground, normally you thought that would be ice physics, right? That the ground is ice physics. That's just a thing you would think it's right. Like the ground would be made out of ice, but nope. Your character checks on what type of ground it is, and then makes itself have ice physics. It's not like the ground actually has ice physics. The character gets ice physics. Who the fuck thinks of that? Me, because I suck at writing code that thought of it that way as well. But who would think of it that way? And that's what I have to do the whole time. I have to think in the most spaghetti code way ever. Like, okay,
Yeah,
I'm looking for this.
I mean, the Shrek Super Slam devs are, yeah.
I mean, it works. The fix and the way they did it with the ice physics is just weird as shit. Instead of making the ground, which is just something you write a value once, right? It's just the ground. If the character touches the ground, it's all ice. They made it so it needs to be checked every millisecond, whether or not they're on the ground or not. Which, in theory, well, luckily the game runs smooth, but it could slow the game down. If they wrote it in a different way, it would be faster, I think. If they just made it so the ground is ice and the rest is and the other part isn't ice, it's just not ice. So it's just poorly constructed codes. Like, I like to call it spaghetti codes because it just sounds nice.
Spaghetti code, yeah.
I love spaghetti code. It's such a nice word. But I also, I don't do it better. I write spaghetti code myself as a coder. So it goes hand in hand that I could just be like, okay, how would a smart person do this? And how would an idiot do this? Let me try the idiot way first. And most of the time I do find shit that way because they just do it. in a ridiculous way. They use magic numbers, in my humble opinion, which is just not good for coding and other things. It's difficult, but it's doable. It's just very time consuming. I could, in theory, find almost anything. I feel like it just takes forever.
At least you have a hobby.
Yes, but I do regret spending my last free weekend after a fucking shitty ass work week. I was like, I'm just gonna do a bit of Shrek modding, just a few hours, and that just turned into, like my whole weekend being gone, like my 2 days off, just being Shrek modding and doing that the whole weekend. I didn't even sleep that one night.
At least you accomplished your goal.
I guess the question is, like, did you enjoy it? Like, did you have fun during that time?
I enjoyed it. I think what I like the most is, like, I love this game. I played it as a kid a lot. It just has so many childhood memories for me, and the community is so fun. The thing is, the game is not optimal. It's the best way I can put it. And I want to keep the community interested. I want to give people a reason to come back here every Saturday and play the game, because it's fun, but also not just because the community is fun and the game is also, okay, let's say fun on most occasions, but that the game is always fun, and just give them a new experience and challenge them, let's put it like that, and just give them a good feeling about the game. Because, like with you, Jake, leaving, it's not cool, man, I want to make sure that doesn't happen, or that you at least in a month see like these patch notes, but that you in a month maybe see these patch notes like, oh, I can play on this stage now. Oh, this is a cool option. The thing I hated is gone, and then you're just like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a shot. And then you're like, wow, that isn't
Shrek Super Slime. That's Tournament Edition. I feel like that's a different game.
Yes, well, that's kind of what I'm.
You kind of do need to. This game. I mean, it's
play that different.
It's a rebalanced game. It's a much better.
I want to almost even make it an entirely new game. The thing is, like Jake said and many others said, you almost need an entirely new game, which I'm not gonna do. I'm gonna just mod it so much that it feels like a new game, but I refuse to make a physics engine, a gravity engine. Fucking hate building engines and starting from scratch. I despise it, to be honest. I love working on people's codes, but making my own code makes me fucking die. That's why I don't mind modding it, and I want to mod it so much that it feels like that's actually worthy of being called Tournament Edition, since it's an entirely different game. Like a Shrek Super Slam 2, but still with the base of the old game, the fun elements, and got rid of the shitty parts and made those fun, and then just have a balanced game which is fun to play and challenging, and just anything you want out of a fighter game. That's what I'm trying to work on. The thing is, that's not easy to do at all, because if you change one thing on a character and buff it, keep in mind all the others go down, which means you need to buff those again, and the one character then goes down again. And of course I can't make every character equally balanced, but I do want each character to have their own play style and have their own strengths and weaknesses, like a fighter should have. Not everybody can be an all-rounder, and if there are an all-rounder, they should not be the best in all of those things and just be a bit below average, so it just all balances out. Same with Hook and Charming. They're clones. And Provider says we don't need clones in a remix, and I'm like, you know what? You're fucking right. Of course not. So I just made so Charming and Hook in my new version are just two completely different characters and have different game plans, which is what I want to go with. Genome as well is kind of like a ripoff of Pinocchio. So what do? I make it so Genome has his own cool combo, which Provider also showed me, and I was like, okay, well, that sounds really cool. I'm gonna see if that's a doable thing. Give him a 0 to slam from a ground grab, but not in a crumpet dash way, which is annoying as an opponent, in my opinion, since you're just fucking mashing and you can't get out of it unless your opponent messes up.
Yeah.
That's something also that's difficult. Let's put it like that. Just not. On the one hand, yes, it's cool to see a combo being, well, not cool, but it's always nice to see a difficult combo being messed up by your opponent, so you can get out, and make sure you don't get 0 to slammed. On the other hand, it's also annoying being comboed by the same Gingy combo for the 200th time in a row consistently, because the combo is so easy to pull off, and I kind of wanted to find the balance there, that the combo is difficult, consistent, but not as consistent that you can pull it off every time, and it's the easiest thing that some idiot can do every time. You need to be conditioned. You need to have a good position or maybe good timing.
Yeah.
Like those kind of things. You need to really think about when you want to pull that combo off and when it's possible. Make the game more more challenging.
Yep.
Thing is, it's not easy to do at all. 'Cause if you're like, oh, I'm gonna buff this move,
Oh
well,
no.
if you use it with this move together and this combo and just shield cancel exactly at this time, you have the easiest infinite in the world. Which
Yeah.
I have to say, the game is balanced, but also very unbalanced. I mean, they did a good job. Let's put it like that. For what it is, I've seen way worse unbalanced games or more unfun games. They did a good job, but I just want to improve on it. Let's say just get its full potential out, and whether or not I can depends fully on the community, the feedback, and whether or not I have the patience and willpower to stick through with it. But at the moment, I'm still hyped. The community definitely gives me a, I gotta say, like, keeps me motivated. If I see people who also, I feel like the whole community, of course, wants the game to be more healthy, and if they're helping with it, the better it goes, and the faster it works, and the more healthy the game is going to be. And I feel like the community realizes that too, and just decides to help me out as much as possible, which I really appreciate. And like I said, keeps me motivated. I mean, I got a lot of bad feedback, which I'm a person that hates bad feedback, or just not being shit on. Let's put it like that. But since I know it's for the best in the end, since bad feedback is the best feedback, it's just honest. If people get frustrated because a combo doesn't work, or their character got nerfed so bad you can't use it anymore, that's just the most honest feedback you'll get. Unless they're like, oh, you're. Most of the time, you also have people Nacht who's just really gonna scream and complain about it, and that's it. But most people just give their honest opinions. The happiest I've been is with Red Riding Hood. She was actually playable that tournament. Only Nacht played her, and the only thing I heard were complaints. And who doesn't like hearing someone talk about how bad Red Riding Hood is now? Come on, like, that's amazing. I always said a bad Red Riding Hood is better than a banned Red Riding Hood.
Yeah.
That is true. Also, just like hearing Noct complaining.
Noct is
just
a fucking scrub, man. Noct is actually a scrub.
I dislike playing against him because of the few things he does. Let's put it like that. But in the end, he is an okay player. He knows what he's doing. It's just
not really.
That the game sometimes lacks. That
he's a pretty solid.
He's not that good.
I mean, sorry.
In my opinion, he would be a better player. Unfortunately, he plays a bottom tier, so
it's not that he would be a better player if he played a no, he just fucking does the same exact thing over and over, and it's
true.
Very predictable.
Yeah. Yep, and I still fall for it. The most fucking annoying thing possible is just that he can't admit. Like, when I go for my air throw, for a ground grab full air throw with Pinocchio, it's in theory almost a 0 to slam, right? If I hit it. I get double thrown so much with him, and then my mans just gets the bright idea of like, yeah, I'm better than you. And I'm like, no, that's bullshit, because of your shitty upload speed, which I fucking figured out finally why it's so bad, because of its upload speed. I can't pull off my combos, but you could just mash your A the whole time. It doesn't matter how much it lacks, you can still do it. But that's just my very humble opinion, and that's how I think of it. And yes, he also beat me legit, because I was really tired once. But there's been a couple of times where I'm just like, okay, that's kind of horseshit that I lost, but whatever makes him feel better. As long as I'm higher than him on the rankings, I'll take it. Which I still am, I think.
It's just crazy too with Nact, because I try to air grab him, and sometimes I fall for that same stuff too, but I feel like something about Puss's air dash either outspaces my air grab, or it's just that he got to the air before me. Either one of those things.
No.
But I
also, what if every single jab actually connected properly?
That would actually be so good for the game, in my opinion.
Yeah, just make every jab connect properly, and then balance jabs. Because
I mean, I would like. I'm trying to make jabs and combos, since most of the AB, like all the AB or AA wall block combos are all on the ground. Like, you cannot pull that shit off in the air. So I'm trying to make all of that work to endorse people to stay on the floor and not just fly around for 6 minutes past each other. But it's super difficult, since I can change the hitbox, but I cannot change the visuals. If you get stuck in the
can't you change the frame data, which would change the visuals, kind of? Would you be able to change the frame data?
No. I mean, I could. At the moment, I don't have the tool for it. I could find it, let's say, with Gecko code. But if I need to do it with every single jab, and it takes me hours to find one, I'm gonna fucking slit my throat. You can imagine, right, how long that's going to take. They're all different values. They're all different characters. I need to look for hours upon hours to find a single one. And if I do it for one, I need to do it for all of them, which is not very fun. I mean, it's all manageable. Like I said, time is the biggest thing, and I don't have a lot of it anymore since I'm working. I mean, I had it a lot just at the start when I joined, and then I guess I didn't use it as much as I could have. But I was also playing other games, and actually had a life next to Shrek Super Slam.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine having a life. God.
I couldn't.
Well, every character's jab in the game, I think, is unique enough. Like the Humpty Birds and Drunky's fire breath.
Make Humpty's
Dude, the
jabs
fire breath
fast so he
is
has
so
birds.
ridiculous.
I like.
Like, are the jabs really worth going into that much detail? I mean, if they're that hard to find, because aren't they already unique enough as it is?
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, what I do is give them more slam, because who the fuck jabs? Like, you need to give people an incentive to even jab. I want to give some jab combos that hit on the ground or give you so much slam it's not even funny. I think I made it so...
Something that would be cool is, like, what if Cyclops, what if his AAA, like his jab 1-2, what if you reduce the end lag on that so that it would combo into grab?
What if we give Cyclops super armor, or a character in that game super armor? Let's give Shrek super armor.
Oh my god.
No super armor, no super armor.
Super
armor. Super armor. Yeah, it's... okay, I'll explain. So, it's when you do something at a very specific frame, the move, like... You know how... it's hard to explain. You know how characters attack each other and they get hit?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's a certain move in a character's kit. If it hits the opponent and they try to trade, like hit each other at the same time...
It's like invincibility, but you still take damage and you can still get grabbed.
Yeah, the move with the armor breaks through the opponent's jab, and so the person with the super armor won't get knocked back, but the opponent who doesn't have super armor will get knocked back. So the super armor opponent has the advantage. So I know there's invincibility in Shrek.
That's a dumb mechanic. I don't want it.
Basically, what I'm trying to get at is, so Hank, if you're ever struggling trying to innovate or come up with unique play styles or what could make a character top tier, add super armor to at least one bad character.
If you want to know what makes a character top tier, look at basically any other fighting game. Look at Smash. Look at what makes Smash characters good. Look at what makes look at what makes DBZ characters good.
It's
DBFZ.
Is PVZ? What?
DBFZ, Dragon Ball Fighters.
I thought you were talking about Plants vs Zombies. I was very confused about that.
Look at Street Fighter characters. What makes them strong?
Well, I would say easy accessible combos that are definitely consistent and just getting a lot of slam, combo, damage, whatever it is.
It's not just combo damage. It's like Humpty is hard to place because it's neutral. In Punish game, they're very weird. He's one of the only characters that actually has a neutral but not a punish game.
That's true, but
so what makes Humpty's neutral actually like good?
The movements and yeah, that as well. The thing is, it's pretty linear though. The Humpty dashes and shit. I don't know why people call it good. I don't like it too much.
He has incredible turn whatever. He turns really well.
Yeah, he has good air acceleration mostly.
Okay.
Just make that his weakness. Just make it so his the linear movement, that's his weakness. Just catch him when he's moving for the air.
Yeah, but I could make it so an air dash also gives
But there isn't really anything the problem is that you can't. There isn't really anything that can catch people for jumping as a general thing. There isn't really a good anti-air.
I mean, that's what I'm working on with the anti-air. There's a few characters that have a good anti-air options, which would be Anthrax's uncharged B, just kind of goes, it's like an option.
Yeah, it's like an actual approaching anti-air. Yeah.
Yeah, Pinocchio's charged B kind of because you home in on the opponent, but they can grab you out of it. So it's difficult. It can make the hitbox bigger, but because he uses his charge B in the combo, it would make the charge B, the combo too easy. The thing is, if you buff one thing, You have to make sure. I can't just buff one thing for a specific thing. It's for all of the others as well, which
Well,
makes
I mean,
it really difficult.
even if it makes something easier, like that doesn't matter because if it existed in the first place, it being easier doesn't matter.
True.
It just makes
I
their
don't-
character harder. It doesn't make them worse.
Exactly. I would like making a character harder. I think makes it also more intriguing, challenging, and makes it so you also see different options. Because you wouldn't always go for the hard option if there's also, well, let's say if you need a full slam bar, and there's a hard option for getting it, and if you need half a slam bar and there's a medium difficulty option for it, and there's an easy option for just getting a bit of slam, which would be throwing bats with Luna. Oh no, I need 1% more. Well, just you can't deflect all three of them. Boom, full slam bar. Kind of like.
I think
kind of like
instead of that, make it so that if you can make it so if you want to get infinite from certain options, you have to do something more difficult.
True.
Like you want to do like at the same time it's like whatever, just like if you gave Cyclops an infinite from jab, how the hell are you actually gonna hit that jab? Get them to obviously
grab release, turnaround jab, which means people.
Yeah,
go for
but
a
at
grab.
that point, like
Yeah, you
you
have to
just
grab.
grab them.
Yeah,
And then you can do your
Yeah.
infinite. Exactly. That makes it more difficult. Like there's no really endorsed like motivation to just go for a combo. Who is playing in the background? I can literally hear a controller.
Oh, that's me.
You're so fucking
I'm-
addicted to
Smash.
Smash.
No, I'm looking. I'm just feeling Turnahank edition. I'm
You're actually playing it.
I'm on the training. I'm on like I'm fucking around with certain characters. I was looking at Fiona a little bit, basically. We'll see. Like, this
Fiona is,
be.
yeah, like I said, Fiona's difficult. But what I think you
I don't know
said
how.
was
I don't
kind
know.
of right.
Like her air attack does a ton of damage.
I upgraded that, right?
Yeah,
Didn't
that
I?
does a lot of damage. I don't expect it to do so much damage.
Fiona. Reduced round dash and lag by 9. Oh wait, that's ogre. Fiona. I didn't change anything like that.
No, you changed diagonal air attack. You get full slam and four neutral air attacks.
Wow.
I have an idea for Charming and Hooked, how to make them different. Maybe make Charming an armor god and make Captain Hook a faster character than Charming or something.
But
Like with his jabs.
What I'm gonna keep and the other one I'm gonna change. It would make sense to change both, since if I change one, the other one would already not be a copy of the other anymore.
yeah, pretty much.
Like
Sure.
Hook, I think he could stay the way he is, because it combos well with with the way he does his combo. Like he does it, like with the AAB combo he does. It kind of works out with his slam well, since it's a big AoE effect. And after you're done with the combo, the opponent mostly is just somewhere dead around you in the area, which works. Charming's slam is just fucking good, and doesn't need to have that. So what I did was make it for now. I think the ABB combo worked the same way, so it hits on the ground. And the ABB combo slaps your opponent really far. So if you're done with the combo, if your opponent A is a fast masher, he could probably get out and make sure it's not get hit by the slam. But it also matches more well with his slam, since his slam is long range and just homes in. So if after you're done with your combo, you smack the opponent away pretty far, and you could instantly go into your slam, which works well again, in my opinion. But
Okay.
what would you do then with Charming, if I may ask, Grasshopper?
Hard
I
to
have
say.
no idea.
His infinite was already hard enough to pull off as it was, but you're gonna make Captain Hook that character instead with the AAB. So
Yeah, like what I did with Hook is Hook got hit by the nerf pretty hard with the grab range. It's really difficult after AAB to grab the person, right? Most of the time you mess it up, or they kind of land a bit too far. I made the end lag less, which should make it more consistent, but I feel like I should make it even more or less to make it a bit more consistent, but still a bit of inconsistency there. So it's not when your opponent gets hit by it, it's like, oh well, I guess I get slammed now. There's still, like, also with the Robin Hood combo, like a bad arrow, or just getting a bit too far makes it so you can't pull the combo off like that. So there's still hope, is what I would like to make it, so you're not just waiting there for 30 seconds till the combo's
Fiona
done. You're
Ogre
just like,
feels like ooh, I like Fiona Ogre right now. I'm
You
kinda
do?
messing with her a little bit. Her ground dash is
Yeah,
whoa.
Hooker's great.
Her ground dash is ooh. Ooh. Oh, food.
I wish that she did something with ground dash. That would actually be such a cool option, like making that start an infinite.
Oh yeah,
Well,
it
the
seems
ground-
like
I
it
don't-
might actually like if they're by a wall, it seems like it actually combos into grab.
You could? Yeah,
Like,
well, I made the ground dash 95%
Yeah, it's
faster.
very
You can't,
it's very fast.
with other characters, you had the issue that they would double hit or even triple hit. You know, you could just like ground dash into them a lot. With Fiona, you get moved up a little bit, so you can hit one, maybe two, but after the third, you just gotta fly right over, which means you can't go infinite with ground dashes. It's still a good option. If you miss it, there's a shit ton of end lag. I don't know why. It takes, if you miss your ground dash, you get punished for it, which also meant the idea of like, hey, let's also reward if you hit it. You can get 2 ground dashes and maybe you can get a grab out of it. I don't know. I'm shit at
Yeah, you can get a
combos.
grab out. It seems like you can get a grab out of it if they're by a wall.
I have an idea for charming.
Hit me up.
I have an idea for charming. I think what would make his playstyle unique from Hook is, you know how his wall attack is one of his best assets, but at the same time it's so easy to punish him right at the end.
So
If his
yeah,
if his AAB combos aren't gonna be his strength the way Hook is, why not just add invincibility to his wall attack as it's happening?
Yeah.
So people can't. Yeah,
I'm
people
gonna eat
don't.
now.
People can't grab.
It's food time now.
oh,
My
you're gonna
dad-
go?
My dad ordered dinner at like 5 for whatever reason.
All right.
No,
So you're gonna
honestly,
just
I might,
Yeah, I'm leaving.
on it here.
I might have to leave as well because
Yeah. All right. Well.
All right.
Jeez.
Well, yeah. This was the final podcast with our boy
podcast.
Jake with us for
Jake.
now at least.
Jake, shut up, nerd.
I will assume Jake comes back as a
By
guest appearance maybe in the future.
All right, I'm gonna stop recording now.